Hi, good day. So, if you're here, you probably heard the news that I've reached 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. So, this is my gift to all my followers. I hope that this simple Google Sheet will help you organize all your brand essentials, as well as help you in creating contents for your personal brand online. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first thing that you're going to want to do is, as you can see, there's a prompt here that says, would you like to make a copy? The prompt generator. So it's very important to create a copy so you can personalize it in whatever way you want. Once you have the copy, you can change the file name. So maybe you have your business name like Healthy Living LLC. So there are six tabs in here, but only three are really important: the brand, prompt generator, and image generator. So you can delete the rest afterwards once you've read the instructions. So this is the composition that I'm using with my personal content planning and caption writing and other kinds of um, tasks. But anyway, so whenever I write a prompt, I always make sure that I give it a role. I define the goal that I want to achieve, set restrictions, and define format. So as you can see, I gave examples here for the role. Maybe you wanted to act as a writer, as an expert nutritionist. Expert nutritionist. Okay, and then you can also ask it to use the persona of maybe marketers or yeah, different kinds of personas. But you will only use it as an inspiration. Do not copy their personal branding because you have your own branding. So this is just to give you an idea of what to write, what caption to write, or contents to post. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is define a goal. So if you're creating content, you may want to specify what goal are you trying to achieve. Are you trying to educate your audience? Are you just entertaining them? You want them to engage or promote your offer. So these are the following examples. Maybe write a blog post, write a script or a video, write in a persuasive tone, and so on. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is set restrictions. So this is very important. You can ask it to use simple language. Do not use more than 500 characters. Do not use symbols or emojis if you want it to sound more formal. And then lastly, define formats. So yeah, you can ask it to add subheadings, maybe use a bullet points rather, split captions into smaller sections. So these are just examples. You can definitely change this. And if you want to learn more about writing better prompts, you can go check my LinkedIn post in here. So to give you an idea on how to write better prompts. So yeah. Anyway, moving forward. So if you're already familiar with prompt composition, you can finally delete this. But if you want, you can just keep it here so you can have kind of like a reference just in case. But if you already know this, you can just delete this and this one. You can also delete this. So now you have your brand tab. So you can add your positioning in here. So this is just a text placeholder. You can change it later on. So you can write your unique positioning, maybe health centered coaching, something like that. Then for the purpose to build healthy communities, health people live optimally. So this is just an example, okay? Tagline. So let's add my personal tagline. Helping, helping you breathe life into your brand. So for your brand voice, you can change the tones depending on what platform that you're currently at. So let's say if you're on LinkedIn, you can change it to brand tone for LinkedIn contents should be authoritative, native, yet approachable, something like that. So you don't want to scare your audience away. You want them to engage with your post. And then for your target audience, you can add the age, maybe 20 to 35 years old. If you have a specific gender, you can also add their female, corporate female. And then if you also know their interests, maybe, and their problems, that's really important that you know their problems. So corporate female, feeling burned out at work, and so on. So the more that you know about your target audience, the better. But this is just an example. So let's move on to your brand visual identity. So you can add your brand colors here. If you only have three brand colors, it's important to delete um, the following. I mean, the remaining two. I'll explain it later why that's important. But yeah, delete that. And then for the typeface, add your headline, font, subheading, and text body. So if you want to change your caption style, you cannot really change it on LinkedIn itself. So if you want to change the font style, you can go to this website, caption style editor, and breathe life into your brand. So as you can see, there are different font styles in here. So you just copy that and paste it on your caption. But this is optional, just to give you an idea. Okay. Next is emojis. So I added this section in here because I've noticed that ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI tools, they provide random emojis that are out of context. Sometimes there's rocket, fire. So I don't want that. I want my captions to remain formal and professional. So I have it here, the list of emojis that I want to appear on my caption. So you can check out these websites, so Emojipedia. Moving forward, so you can also organize your templates here. So for example, you're creating contents by yourself, you're creating the graphics, so you can save all your Canva links in here. So these are just, again, placeholders. You can change it or delete if you want. So this is just an example. So I have everything in place all in one Google Sheet. If you have a CTA, you can also have it here. So okay, there we go. So yeah, you can also save your CTA in here. For example, does this post resonate with you? Share to your network, something like that. So it's all in here. You don't have to type it every time you're creating contents or caption. Everything is in one place. So the importance of this, for this part, your brand, substance, positioning, purpose, mission, vision, tagline. So everything that you type in here will affect the information in your prompt generator. And everything that you type in your brand visual identity, like the color, typeface, emojis, will affect your image prompt generator. So before we dive deep into the image generator, let's first discuss the prompt generator. So earlier I've mentioned that I always give a role, goal, restriction, and the format. So now, to make sure that the result of the prompt that you add on ChatGPT still follows your brand. So as you can see, there's already pre-filled area in here. Please follow these brand guidelines. So here are your brand vision, mission, tone, etc. So as you can see, there's a formula in here. So do not remove or change any formula as it may affect the outcome of the prompt. So if you click it and there's a formula, don't change it because it will affect your prompt as well as this one. So you only need to fill out the role, goal, restriction, and then format. So let's say you need to create 7 weeks worth of content. So you can tell it to, I need you to act as a social media expert on LinkedIn. Okay. And define the goal. Help me create a 7 days worth of content for my LinkedIn account. Then set restrictions. Make sure that it aligns with my target audience. Make it friendly and easy to understand. Okay, so define a format. So um, create a table with the following columns. Okay, day, content, caption, CTA, and then graphic design instructions. So it will tell you how to create your graphic that um, resonates with my audience. So, so as you can see, this one is already pre-filled with your prompt. So it has the role, goal, restriction, and the format branding. So this is already a solid prompt. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask ChatGPT to critique this prompt to create a better and more effective prompt. So it's up to you. You can use this prompt already, but I would suggest that you ask ChatGPT to make it even better. So as you can see, this one is titled Optimize Prompt. So this is not my own idea. It was actually from Mike Filsaime. If you're familiar, he's a famous marketer. But yep. So as you can see here, act as a world-class expert prompt engineer. You turn boring prompts into spectacular prompts. Yada yada yada. And then you're gonna ask ChatGPT to improve your prompt. So here's what you're gonna do. Copy this. So I'm gonna use incognito because it might use my personal brand. So let's use incognito. Go to ChatGPT. Okay, ask anything. Say logged out. All right. Now give me a better prompt. Do not use brackets in the final output. So here's an enhanced version of the prompt designed to be more detailed, specific, structured for optimal responses. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna copy your new prompt. So as you can see, it's much better. Act as a world-class social media strategist and LinkedIn content expert, specializing in health-centered coaching and brand building for wellness-focused professionals. So yeah, as you can see, it even have instructions like 7-day content calendar, unique and engaging post, yeah, CTA, graphic design brief. Okay, so just copy the prompt, don't copy this. Okay, and then open another chat. Okay, here you go. We have the power of saying no, thought leadership article. It even gave headlines. That's cool. and hashtags, CPA. So this is just an inspiration. You don't have to follow it to the letter. This is just to give you an idea of what kind of content to post for 7 days. Okay, do not copy and paste. Don't just. I cannot stress this enough. Do not copy and paste. Just use this as an inspiration. Okay, right? Can you do this in a table format? Okay, so it's much easier to read. So what I want to do is copy this, create another tab. All right. Okay, so now we have content plan for 8 hours a day. Let's just add it's more clear to read. Uh, Okay, there we go. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now that you know how to use the prompt generator, let's go ahead and image generator. So, if you've used a chat GPT, maybe Gemini or Copilot before, then you probably know that it's not perfect. The image that it generates is not perfect. It have hallucinations. Sometimes the finger are twisted. So, what I found, I mean, the prompt that has been helpful to me is whenever I more specific. So I add a subject, an action, object, position, restriction, and then branding. So we don't have to fill out all these items. It's just that I mean all this section. It's just that I find it at least it had less hallucinations. Okay, so for the subject, I already added an example. So Asian girl with the curly hair on a ponytail. The Asian girl is playing with Lego blocks. So object, you can change it to I don't know with a dollhouse. Position in the middle of the room, and then for restrictions, do not add anything in the background. The room should have no furnitures or paintings on the wall. So I want it to be minimalist. If you want it to be more detailed, you can change it detailed or realistic image. Okay. So as you can see, the brand colors and typeface are already here. So do not change again. Do not remove or change any formula. So if you want to change the color, just go back to your brand and change it here. Yeah. Uh, mhm. All right, so it changed as you can see, and then for the typeface, you can also change that. Okay, okay, so now you already have your collated prompt. So again, there's formula, do not change it. Okay, copy that. Okay. As you can see, I already tried it yesterday, minimalist image. All right, so it already generated the image. So yep, Asian girl, the curly hair. So um, you can still identify that it's AI generated, but it has less hallucination and it followed my brand color. Um, Okay, wait, still loading. As you can see, so this is my brand color. So, yep, it changed it a little bit, but it's still I mean at least it still aligns with my brand colors. So anyway, yeah, I'll thank you so much for your time and watching this tutorial. I hope that this a simple Google Sheet will help you in maintaining your brand online and also help you create contents all by yourself. Always remember to use AI responsibly. Don't copy and paste because I've seen other coaches online that they just copy and paste AI generated content. So it will not help you build your brand and engage your audience because there's no human touch to it. So using AI will just help you start your process and help you when you have these creative blocks that happen to me sometimes. So yeah, let me know what you think about the Google Sheet. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, please connect with me. You can visit my website, book a free discovery call, or check out my Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Sorry, I'm blocking. Anyway, that's it for today, and God bless. Bye.